Hi, Geneva here, and I guess you're wanting to know how to register. It's very, very simple. All you need to do, and if you'll look at the screen, is go to our website. And then there's this nifty little registration tab that you're going to press, and it's going to bring you to our registration page. And all you do is you click the race that you want. You type in all of your name and your gender and email address, and it's going to ask you a couple of questions, and if you would answer those, that would be lovely, because that keeps us from guessing for you. So, and it's important because we base like the money or the food that we're going to have at the post-race party based on how many reservations we have. And, we just want to know things like, how many races you've run, because it's important to us. And we especially want to know if you're a first-time marathoner or half marathoner, because we always try to do something a little bit special for those folks. So anyway, you're going to fill out all of this information. It's going to ask you for things like your date of birth, which is very important, because you don't want to be, if you're 40 years old and you could get a race award, you don't want to be put in the category of the 99-year-olds, because that's what we do with people that don't give us their age or their date of birth. And you also want to give us your email, because if you don't, then you're not going to get your email confirmation. So, and it doesn't go anywhere. It stays with us, and we send updates, but we don't sell lists or anything like that. Let's see. Oh, very important information. It's going to ask you for your emergency contact on race day. And the reason why we want to do that, or we would like to have that, is because in case something should happen, not that it would, but in case something should happen, we'd like to have a phone number so we can contact whomever is with you. And it doesn't need to be like, you don't need to give us the cell phone that's on your person. Give us a cell phone to somebody that we can actually contact, so that if there is a problem, that we can let them know. That information doesn't go anywhere. It stays with us. We're not like going to call everybody, because we just don't have time. But it is for our medical directors, so that they can get in touch with you. You're going to come to a section on page 2 of our registration page that asks you if you want to be placed in Corral A or B. This is for people that can provide proof that they can run as fast as we require to be seated in Corral A or B. What that means, you have to physically send us proof. And there are instructions online. That means you either email them to us in a PDF, you fax them over to us. There's a fax number that you'll get to be able to fax them to us. It is not, you think you can run a 2:30, you have to prove that you can run a 2:30. And that means within the last year. So if you'll send us your past results, then we can take care of that. And that's only for Corral A and Corral B. And that doesn't apply to C, D, it doesn't apply to any of those. The 5K does not have any corral seating, so that is the corrals are for the marathon, the half marathon, and the 10K. And online, we've got all the times that you have to run to be able to fit in those particular corrals. And of course, elite athletes, that's a completely different animal. And elite athletes, that's for invitation only, and we'll talk to you about that a little bit later on. But remember, there are only so many spaces in Corral A and B. And after we have filled Corral A and B, and if we're sold out, you can't come back and say, I'm in Corral A and Corral B, and you can't certainly chew on any of our volunteers, because we don't let you do that. So be a good duck and follow the rules and send us your proof, and we will get you seated in Corral A. It's very simple. It's very orderly, and the problem is when people don't send in their placement information, and they expect us to put them in there. We have way too many people that we seed. It's not something that's automatically. I personally review all of them, and we're not just going to put you in there because you say you can do it. So just know that. All right. Okay, we're also going to ask you what name that you would like on your race number, and that's only for the marathon and the half marathon. And so you just type in the name you'd like on your race number, and it's going to be printed on your race number, which is really cool, because when people are yelling, yay, in your name, that really does give you an extra oomph on race day. But know that we do review all of the names to make sure that they're not something that we probably shouldn't be putting on a bib. So anyway, moving on. All right, there's also a section down at the very bottom of the second tab that asks you if you want to buy tickets to the Perks tent, tickets to the pasta party, to the post-race party, and if you want to make a donation to the Little Rockers. what the Perks Pavilion is, it's like the VIP party for the day, and the crew at the Hatcher Agency, they really love on everybody and take care of them. It's an extra $25, but for me as a runner, the thing that I think is the most valuable is that there's a bunch of porta potties. I mean, a bunch. And there's a hand washing station, so I'd give $100 myself for a porta potty on race morning. I mean, wouldn't you? Anyway, so on the pasta party, you can buy tickets there, and the post race party, it's going to ask you in this particular section if you want to buy tickets for the post race party. That is for people that you want to bring with you to the post race party, not yourself. We're going to RSVP for the post race party on up in the forum, so that's where you do that. Let's see, and the extra donation to the Little Rockers, that is, we have a lot of children that participate in the Little Rockers training program that they may or may not be able to participate because of financial reasons. So what we do with the Smile Miles is we give that money, we allow children to register that either their school can't afford it or their parents can't afford it, so that's what we do with that money. And it goes to a really, it's really great to see those kids run, it really is, so it's very worthwhile. And then on the third tab, which is called the contact information, this is where we want you to put your name, address, phone number, blah, blah, blah. So please do that for us. If you give us incorrect information, then we may not be able to get you your race confirmation, and if you win something, we may not be able to mail you your award because we can't send awards to La La Land because we have tried. But there's no La La Land, and the U.S. Postal Service doesn't like it when we try to send things to La La Land. Anyway, billing information. There again, it's going to ask you for billing information. Just fill that out. And then you come to the finish, and that's where you have to sign and approve the waivers. And if you will do that, then you'll be good to go. You're going to immediately, after you put register my registration or review my registration, it's going to review it all for you, make sure everything's good to go, and if it's not, then you'll have an opportunity to correct that information. But if it is good, then you're going to hit the button. It's going to send it through cyberspace to our secure website where your credit card will be processed, and you will get a confirmation that says you are registered, and it'll give the details of your confirmation or of your registration. So that's all done online. Now, if you don't want to go through that process and you want to send a paper registration, you can do so, and there's a place for you to download that online. If you'll go to the download page, the paper registration forms are there. It is a little more expensive to register by paper because my fingers are very expensive this time of year, so we're trying to encourage most everybody to register online. So that's it. If you have a question, you can always email us. We're always available to you. Try to get to all of our questions as soon as possible. Or you can join our Facebook page. There are a lot of fans on there, and Sid will take care of answering all the questions because he is our man, and Super Sid is answering everything. So, well, we'll see you back here soon. We'll have more informational videos for you, and it'll be stuff that you really want to know or may not necessarily want to know, but we're going to try to keep you informed. Bye.